Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2,
See?
we're back again.
It's getting old now. So
It's like every time we take a break and we come back, it's we're back.
to be fair, everyone had to survive 2020 first.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm surprised you made it out of it.
I'm surprised I did too. To be fair.
Welcome everyone. We are the channel formerly known as Biosum. We are now called Biosum.
For short.
For short. We used to be known as Biosum with no space in the middle, and now we are Biosum with a space in the middle. I am Kieran.
I used to be Jack.
But Jack didn't survive 2020.
This is a shell of Jack. That says right here.
Jack's dead inside.
Yeah, I'm pretty dead inside right now.
Well, welcome back, you sexy fuckers. We're back for the again. I can't remember how many times we've gone and then come back.
About 3 times now.
Yes, this is the 3rd time since we brought the channel back.
This is the 3rd and final time now.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. That leads us on to it. 2020, like consistency is just not there with anything. No motivation, nothing.
If we don't come back again, just assume we're dead. We've died. No, we died in a horrible year. I couldn't think of anything horrible.
In a horrible game of COD.
Yeah, we died in a horrible game of zombies on COD. Tried to do the egg, failed miserably. If you couldn't guess already by the subtle hints, we're going to be talking about the shittest year of everyone's lives. We're going to be looking back through 2020, looking at some of the negatives, one big negative, one of the big positives in all of it, and just I would look back through 2020 because I think 2020 deserves to be talked about, spread out from the rest in a bit. So notice we've only done one video which wasn't wrestling. That's the YouTube inspirations.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So that was a good while ago.
Like, because I don't know, when we talk about 2020, I thinking about it more from like a personal standpoint, because you just read the news and you see everything that happened on the news, all the terrible stuff that happened, all the crap, all the BS that happened over the past year. So like,
yeah,
I think I'm going to be more so talking from like a personal perspective of 2020. Just keep it as light as possible, because the world's depressing enough as it is.
Yeah, I don't think we need to remind everyone that COVID's still a thing. COVID's ruined a lot of shit for everyone. Well, obviously, it's going to be mentioned because you can't mention 2020 without saying anything about COVID. But I think, like, for me personally, I'm going to try and say as far away from it as possible. Like, obviously, we'll talk about it. It'll be brought up even when I talk about other things, but like some of them are for positive stuff mainly. But like you said, you go onto the news and all you see them in is just like COVID, someone's died of COVID or happened. It's either that or Trump and Biden.
Yeah, so it's to be fair, the news is usually very either as politics or just
what brings the story in. Like you're not going to be like, oh, well, this positive thing's happened. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, okay.
Do you know what I miss on the news? I'm not sure if they still do it on BBC. It was the most simple thing ever. I think it was like at the end of like the Sunday night news or some crap. Like, what they would do is they'd ask people to send in pictures from their days out. So like you get like a picture on, I think probably BBC News or some crap, and then they'd like send through a picture of they were out and they saw a squirrel or something, and they took a picture of the squirrel and they sent it to the BBC News, and they'd be like, oh, that's the end of the news, and tonight's picture the week is blah blah blah. They put
it's fucking Alvin of the Chipmunks. Rolling around in the park.
Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. But no, it's like there's not a lot of levity in like anything at the moment. Like this year, like the way people were talking, and I've said this before, and I know everyone was optimistic, but it was just that thing of everyone saying, "Oh, I can't wait for 2021, get out 2020." It's like it's a continuation.
I can't see a single person say 2021 is going to be my year. I haven't seen a single person say that.
But I've seen it more so. Like, what was that terrible year everyone was saying? Was it 2016? Was 2016
every year? Just every year.
Yeah, basically every year is like crap, and the next year is going to be better. I saw loads of people going, "Oh, I can't wait to get rid of 2020, get it in the past." I'm like, the 2020 problems aren't going away.
No, just because the year's ended doesn't mean that we're not going to walk into a different year with the same problem. Like COVID's still here. Like
Yeah,
we're in
but
the UK, we're
everyone's
still in lockdown.
of the opinion. It's like I know it's optimism, and I'm jealous of everyone's optimism, but like everyone's acting like it's this big. We're gonna hit the reset, and we're gonna go back to how we were at the start of 2020,
Yeah.
and no problems, none of this, none of that, just back to business as usual. But you're just not gonna. So
I think for me personally, I'm glad. I can see what people mean from it because for me, 2020 was well, it was a shit year for everyone. Like I went through a lot of shit. I know you went through a lot of shit as well. Obviously, we lost our friend at the start of 2020 in January on the 15th of January. That should have been a big indication the year was gonna be shit anyway.
Yeah, and as I said, I've had people close to me now, passed on now this year. It's just been one of those years we've had some health scares on down my end. I don't usually like to, I keep my private stuff private, but like I'm sharing that because obviously a lot of people have experienced a similar thing. A lot of health scares, a lot of paranoia in general, and that's what I mean. That's why I want to try and not necessarily the whole video is going to be about positives of 2020 because you can't ignore, as you said.
No, you can't ignore the whole negatives to it. So there are way more negatives than are positive.
Yeah,
I think there's something you can't just ignore. It's like, oh yeah, like COVID's happened, people have sadly passed on. All this stuff's happened, and it's just like. But then again, it's like some of the brilliant stuff would just come out of it, like the Black Lives Matter movement, in wrestling, the speaking out movement. Just I think that stuff wouldn't have happened if lockdown or COVID wasn't a thing.
but and that's what I mean. Like, it's a shame that.
It's a shame it's taken a world pandemic for that stuff to happen.
Yeah, well, they do say like tragedy brings everyone together, so you have to. And unfortunately, that's kind of human nature at this point in the game. Is something really bad has to happen until people take notice. So basically, it's that mindset of you've got to wait until it's too late, which is a terrible mindset. But it just seems to be the general consensus is you've got to wait until we get to the last point now where we're either going to go over the edge or we're close to teetering over the edge until someone goes, whoa, let's calm it down a bit. But unfortunately, this year was more so completely go off the cliff and then
2020 completely went off the rails.
Yeah,
I think that should have made us stronger though. I think it did to start with.
Yeah,
but then I think the more times you went to lockdown, the more people were getting sick. And I get lockdown is shit, but we still need to stick together. You can't just ignore everything which we're being told to do.
Yeah. The problem is the cross messages. You get some group of people saying another group of people saying that, and then you got people in the middle who don't know what the hell's going on.
They're going on helping either. Like we can literally go on about politics for ages, like how it could have been handled way better. Like the whole COVID situation could have been handled way better than it was. But we would literally be here for more than a day.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. And as I said, like we've got like mostly all of the all of the big events in the world. Not everything. Obviously, there was a lot.
Mainly one event, COVID.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. The COVID, the BLM.
Like obviously, you've got like even with Trump at the start of the year, almost causing World War III.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. And but overall, as you said, there's been some like decent and bright spots in the year. Like not everything's been.
Not everything's been doom and gloom. I think with obviously COVID has sprung a bit us closer together. Like I think as friends as well, like me, you, Fee, Kyle, Jacob, Ethan, it's sprung us closer than like I said, I was working pretty much full time. I was in uni. I would barely get a chance to breathe. So going on like PlayStation stuff was when we were in lockdown. We were just going on PlayStation every single night, pretty much. I felt like I was 14 again, which is something which I'm not going to be able to do ever again because obviously we're growing older and all that. But I think that's obviously it gave us a second chance to like go back and go through pretty much our childhood in a way.
Yeah, and I think as we touched on, I think we did touch on a little bit of it in the YouTube inspirations things. Especially when this all kicked off, the lockdown, creativity was at an all-time high.
Yeah.
But I think as it's progressed, and I know this has hinted to something we were going to talk about in another pod later on down the line. But like, I think it's at a point now with a huge boiling point with all the lockdown stuff, because we hinted before that everyone was very much into looking into everyone's endeavors so far as like their creative endeavors. Like when we post a video, you know, people would be, you know, watching it and stuff. But I think people have got to the point now where it's old news. I think people just want to get back out there and go back to normal.
They just want to go back to reality.
Because there's only so many times you can go on YouTube and watch videos, and there's only so many things you can do a certain thing until it just becomes mind-numbing. So.
Yeah, I won't go in too much into it now, because obviously I do want to make a podcast about it later down the line whenever we do it. But like you said, people just kind of gave up on looking at people's creative side.
Yeah,
I think in a way it gave people at the start of lockdown, it gave a lot of people to experiment with a lot of stuff. So for me, I did a radio show. I started making videos on here, started making videos on my channel. I was just trying to do as much stuff as possible. And it's like over time then it's like it just felt like no one was watching anymore. It's not always about the views, but you spend so much time into making one thing just for people to be like, just look at it, glance over, and then just keep on going.
Obviously, as you said, you put the work in, and the problem is sometimes, like myself included with this, you kind of feel a bit like, I thought, you know, more people would have engaged in the video. Yeah, it's like when we were doing our college project that went tits up. That went really tits up near the end.
Yeah.
The view drop off was insane.
Is that for the Beyond Here Now?
Well, yeah, for one of the college, well, technically university at this point.
Yeah.
One of the university modules was to create a mini series about lockdown, and I've expressed this before, so I got no problem saying it again. I made the point originally that I think it wasn't a great idea to do it based on lockdown, because people are living through it and people are sick of hearing about it. And when we released 7 episodes of something being set in lockdown, the problem was, as I mentioned to my tutor, I said, it's going to be constantly reminding people of their current situation.
I should probably mention this video is going to be quite serious, not knowing like our happy lifting videos we do.
Yeah, but as I said, you know, like there's always a bit of positivity in most things, and there's been some, as we said, there's been some bright spots in 2020 overall. However, there's been a lot more bad than good this year.
Yeah, I feel like
I should say.
Like, I don't know, because 2020 is balanced for me. Like, obviously, it's a shit. Yeah, I can't deny that. But obviously, I do look at the positive. I do see the negative. Like, obviously, like I said, we lost our friend at the start of the year. COVID happened. I lost my dog, which fucking you saw how bad that hit me.
Yeah.
Even now, it's like it's hard to come to terms with obviously what's happened through the year.
Yeah.
But I can't not look back in 2020 and be like, oh yeah, well, you know, everything was shit. I can see the positives to it, like I said, like the Black Lives Matter movement, the speaking out movement in wrestling. Obviously, we started the channel back up, which I was really happy about.
Yeah.
I felt like we came back. We were doing something which we wanted to do for a while. And we even mentioned it in the YouTube inspirations that we wanted to come back for so long. I think, well, when we came into COVID then, I think in a way it did help us push to get this channel out more.
Yeah.
Which I'm really happy about, because I do love this channel to bits.
Yeah, I think the problem with the channel that we had in the early days, now it's almost becoming a video about the channel itself, but the problem we had in the early days with the Biosum channel was we didn't know what we wanted
to do with it.
It was either a Sanity Not Included rip-off or a Smosh rip-off.
Yeah.
It was a combination of the two.
Yeah, we tried to be things that we weren't, in a way. But I feel like now we've got our own, like, well, I know we've only been doing podcasts and predictions at the minute, but like we've got multiple ideas which we want to do. It's just obviously, I know it sounds weird. We just need to find the time for it.
Yeah, well, people got other people got stuff.
To do.
Other people got stuff to do, and that's what we've always said is, you know, you can't, if people got stuff planned beforehand, then you can't really expect them to cancel it, you know.
Yeah.
To do
for YouTube. What's it? The 4th time we've been in lockdown now. So we had the one in March, then we had the local lockdown.
Yeah.
Then we went to the 5-day lockdown, and now we're in lockdown until further notice.
Yeah. So this is going to be.
It's meant to be getting reviewed again soon, I think.
Ooh, it's going to be
February time.
It's going to be a rough year. This is.
Yeah, I see it being rough, but I don't think it could be far worse than 2020. Hopefully.
You said this recording is going to come back and haunt you.
Yeah, I'm going to come back and be like, well, guys, I fucked up. I fucked up bad. No, I do see like the positives to 2020. Like I adore going on PlayStation in the minute. My mum hates it, but I love going on in the minute. It's one of my favorite things I look forward to. Just going on seeing what super shit. Like when we did I know it's this year, but when we did the GTA, the treasure.
Yeah, that's right. But it's fun. It's fun stuff, and it's like I don't.
That's been us. Like what I've said is when people watch it, I'm like, oh, that's quite funny. It's like, well, yeah, we don't intend to like that one. We didn't intend to film it. We just so happened it was recording.
Yeah,
and it was just us being us. Then it was just us playing like we normally would. Like, it wasn't trying to please anyone, trying to be funny for anyone. It was just actually having fun. Which I think a lot of times, like, people miss just like going on, just having fun. I think that's what, like I said, that's what lockdowns helped with. It's like a lot of people can go back and go play with their friend on PlayStation or Xbox, whatever you want to do. 2020 though, it's going to go down in history for being shit.
Yeah,
that's the thing I didn't get to mention. The whole wrestling scenario, like we've mentioned already, was like, so they produce some of the best stuff out there. I know I said I wouldn't mention it, but like the whole thing, like they made Drew into a massive star.
Yeah, as I said though, like we had a brief discussion about this.
Yeah, we did that in the COVID video, the first video we did back.
Yeah, I just think the problem with me at the minute is that the Thunderdome is fine, but my God, it makes it makes you appreciate how much fans are needed.
Yeah, because that's one thing they don't tell you during the Thunderdome is that they're telling you who to cheer for and who to boo for. I know that it was a SmackDown episode. I think it was Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman for the Universal title.
Yeah,
and Braun's a heel, Roman's a heel. So they go, up next is Braun Strowman, and I'm booing. And he goes, no, you need to cheer. I'm like, oh. It's like, he's a bad guy. Why you make me cheer for him? They basically tell you who to cheer for, who to boo for. I didn't like that.
Well, wait, I can see it from both points of view. One, it's kind of like, oh, why are you telling me who to cheer for? But then again, someone made the point when in the very early days of the Thunderdome, no one knew what to do because they didn't have someone there. So if you watch a few like early Thunderdome editions of SmackDown, Raw, whatever, you can see some fans are there in confusion because they haven't got a clue what they're doing. So that's why WWE was like, right, well, we'll tell you kind of what you can do. You can cheer for this guy. Like, I think it should technically be a bit more optional. Like, it shouldn't be a definite thing where I have to cheer for so-and-so.
Yeah, because I got kicked straight after that. Like, I booed for Braun and they kicked me straight afterwards.
I like the Thunderdome to an extent. I think, like, I can't wait until fans are back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, fans 100% need to be back at some point, but until it's safe to do so, I think the Thunderdome is a fucking brilliant idea.
Yeah. Like, the only thing I'm thinking of now is if they're obviously doing Mania this year, which, again, 2 nights.
Oh, don't even give me... It's something we need to talk about in another podcast is going back looking at Mania for this year, because, oh my God.
It was... I loved it. I thought it was class.
I think I said even with the... when we did the wrestling and COVID thing in the video where I think I said the next year need to be 2 nights.
Well, what they've done now at the moment is I know they're obviously doing 2 nights now this year.
Yeah.
Next year and the year after, unfortunately, it looks like they're going back to 1 night.
But then again, this year was meant to be 1 night again.
Yeah, but that's
don't know
because of the coronavirus situation.
Yeah, we don't know.
If next year everything's like back to 100% normal, obviously the stadiums they're going to, like the AT&T, I think is next year.
Yeah.
So the problem is, if they can't book it for 2 nights, they wouldn't do Mania 2 nights.
Yeah.
Obviously, originally Mania last year and this year was probably 99% likely to be 1 night. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I think sadly this will probably be, unless something happens next year where they're like, oh, there's 2 nights working, which it is. I really do.
It is really working.
But I've seen some people commenting that they hate the 2 nights. I'm like, why?
It's like with the whole New Japan Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, it's like two nights.
I'm pretty sure they do 2 nights.
Class to do it.
I know it's a New Japan thing where they do 2 nights of 2 different shows. I can't remember if it's Wrestle Kingdom or not. But I don't watch New Japan that much, unfortunately. But no, going back to 2020, I think we've said it multiple times. There's so many shit things about it, but I can see the positives between it. We've made a shit situation somewhat decent.
Yeah, for the most part, I'd say. I'd say that's.
Yeah, it's not the way we wanted to go. It's like I had my birthday in lockdown last year. Hopefully, I don't have it again in lockdown. This is my 21st this year.
Yeah, trust me, I know that feeling completely.
21st in lockdown now, back in January. Well,
completely missed mine. Completely missed mine 21st, so I didn't.
We do feel 21st. I swear we went out or something, didn't we?
No, I don't think. No, wait, well, that would have been in
September.
Yeah, but I don't think.
I'm pretty sure we did something.
We might have gone because were the pubs still open in September?
See, I can't remember because pubs are closed and open so many times.
Yeah, if the pubs were open, we've done something. If they weren't open, we didn't do anything.
Yeah, because I think that's when lockdown was kind of easing. I can't remember if we went to lockdown at that point, but I know pubs were still open during the local lockdown because I was still working. If you didn't know, I worked at a pub. I can't remember though. It's hard to tell. Really,
it all kind of blends into one now.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like one lockdown is pretty much the same lockdown. So like, we've just been in a constant lockdown since March last year, almost a year.
Yeah, so
lockdown.
Fucking dreadful display it is. Terrible. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I have got more high hopes going into. Well, I say going into we're in this year. I have more high hopes for this year. I know things are still gonna be shit. I've never assumed it's. Is that a rock mug?
Yeah.
You throw me off now. I can't remember what I was talking about.
Well, that's what The Rock does.
The Rock. Can I smell what he's cooking?
No, you can taste what he's. No, you can drink what he's tasting. No, taste what he's drinking. I don't fucking know. I don't know. You can taste what he's drinking. I was drinking, wasn't I?
Not drinking him though, are you?
Never know. This year, full of surprises.
No, I got more high hopes for this year. Like I said, it's not going to be as normal. Oh my god, you drinking out of the Rock again? Oh my god, Stone Cold, stop drinking out of people.
Switching cups.
Why have you got 3 different cups?
I got 2 different cups. Oh no,
different.
Yeah, I had the glass cup, but I don't know.
No, I think we, like I said, we can't go back and look at 2020 and be like it was a good year. But we can't go back to this year and say everything's going to be different. 4 cups. I talk about how shit 2020 was, and it's just you drinking out of 4 different cups.
I was really hoping you wouldn't have seen that, and you would have had to do it in editing. Then, damn it!
I was gonna say I want to counter how many drinks you've had out of cups this video.
This video is going to be quite serious.
So that was a fucking lie.
This video's gone off the rails here. Just like
every single one of our videos goes off the rails. We talk about different stuff. Now we're talking about cups.
Yeah, but we should just do a video. Obviously, yeah, we should just do a video about cups. I genuinely am of the opinion that cups are really what makes the world great. Do a video now. 2021 is going to go continue with a bang. We are going to do one where, and I think this is a great idea now. We are going to do a video where we try different alcohols. And that's the video. We just, everything in different cups.
Gin and water, vodka with water in a different glass. Fuck
Yeah,
me,
but I think
how many
that's a good shout. Actually, I think we should do that.
Drink every alcohol with water.
That reminds me of fucking Bryn from Gavin and Stacey. He goes, www. How do I remember that? Women with wings. Oh, that's silly. That is. He goes, whiskey with water.
What about World Wide Web?
World Wide. That's a good one. That is. What did you say? What did you say you worked again? Computers.
What's he got? Bryn Tonic.
Bryn and Tonic. Oh, that's what we should call it.
That's right. Did he say that in the episode?
No, but we're coining it. We're coining it now. If he did call it that,
copyright bio some Bryn and Tonic.
Bryn and Tonic. That's what we'll do.
No, he said Brindaloo.
Brindaloo.
Pretty sure that's what we called it, Brindaloo.
Fucking obsession with cups now. I'm quite.
He's got to put cups in everything. We are Bio Cup.
Bio Cup. Oh, it's merch. It's gonna happen. Get some cup merch on the go.
With a bio, some logo on it, and call it Bio Cup.
Or we can have a mug with our mugs on it. See? Fucking like
a mug of us holding a mug, and on the mug is the Bio Cup.
Yeah. Just fucking abysmal. I love it. All right. Well, anyway, I think we should end it there.
I think that's where 2020 ends. In the past cups.
Come on, let's get it over with.
Oh, I can't. Okay.
Bit of an MLG gamer.
You're an MLG gamer. You're a Minecraft speedrunner, I heard.
I speedrun everything.
Yeah, really
I sped run getting those caps. How quick it was.
I sped run Cuphead. Anyway, 2020 was shit. 2021 is going to be shit, but not as shit.
2021 is the year of the cup.
Say it now. Hashtag 2021 is the year of the cups. I think he's gone. So I guess I'm doing the outro. Thank you very much for watching. We will be back with more videos in the future with multiple things, not just podcasts. We have got a lot of things planned. Some of them may now involve cups, but we'll get to it. Anyway, I'm Kieran.
And I'm Steve.
I'm Steve. And we have been the channel known as Biosum.
Bio Cup.
Do we normally sing a song at the end?
Oh yeah. Cup.
Cup.
Ooh, cup.
We are just a cup channel. Oh, bloody hell.